All right. Okay, let's start Pokemon Legends Arceus. After this game, hopefully I can finish this game in time before I get really busy. It sucks working on such a tight schedule. I have no clue how this game plays. English. This game has autosave. It's so weird to have... Oh, you can disable in settings. Good. A Pokemon game with... Yeah, autosave started at, like, I think in Switch games. What the frick? So this game kind of... Welcome to my realm, located beyond both time and space. This game, kind of goes... a little bit out of the... like, the usual Pokemon kind of style game, so I don't know what to really expect. They still have the classic sound in the menu, or the text bubbles, as well that thou art here. I am what I am that which humans call Arceus. What do you call yourself then? Now I wish to know thine appearance. Make it so effing ominous. I don't think the faces are very good for this one, but they had to make the character look a little bit different. What is thy name? Alright, so I'll go with my classic Pokemon name. Well, Pokemon character name. But you can also call him Chrono. Chrono. Soon thou shalt find thyself in a world strange to thee. A world inhabited by wondrous creatures that humans call Pokemon. Chrono. Seek out all Pokemon and thou shalt find me once more. Oh, do you actually have to complete your Pokédex to find Arceus? Holy shit. Or maybe you have to see at least everything. I doubt you gotta catch everything. Is this the beginning of Kingdom Hearts 1? Yeah, they kind of went for this like cel-shaded art style. So did Arceus just create this boy? Or your character? Apparently, it's got a very Breath of the Wild vibe with this cutscene. So I kind of see what people were saying about that. And this game kind of goes somewhat open world, somewhat. A lot of people have very odd definitions of open world sometimes. Wake up. Oh, do wake up, won't you? Are you alive, my boy? I read that in more of an aggressive sound or voice. So the starters here are very interesting. It's a mix of different generations. They have a generation 2 fire type, a generation 5 water type, and a generation 7 grass type. Yeah, it's weird, like cel-shaded background back there with the volcano. I mean Death Mountain. Yeah. You gave me quite the shock, falling from the sky like that. But thank goodness you seem unharmed. The sound is kind of weird. for picking this thing. Who are you? I'd like to ask you the same. I mean, you fell out of the sky, you understand? Come now. Who in the world does that? Lots of people do. Sora did. I must say, your clothing is unusual. You wouldn't happen to have an acquaintance in these parts, would you? I doubt it. I see. You seem to be in a bit of a pickle. Might I offer some directions? Do you have somewhere around here you could stay? No, nowhere. Oh, I accidentally clicked that. Well, I would have pressed that anyway. I think the other one said, I don't know. So you don't know anyone here, and you don't even know where to spend the night. Well, this is a proper pickle indeed. Are you quite sure you'll be able to survive? Oh, maybe it skips the tutorial if you click the other thing. I don't know what to do. I see. Well, no gentleman would abandon a person in such need. Oh my, I'd completely forgotten. I had just caught up to these 3 runaway Pokemon when you tumbled out of the sky. It's almost as if they they knew you'd appear here. But do you even know what a Pokemon is? Of course I do. Why, that's a relief. Though you fell from the sky, it seems we have some common ground, eh? Yes, well, these 3 Pokemon belong to me. Mysterious creatures that they are. Oh yes, and what might your name be? Oh, so you're called Chrono. That name was has quite the ring to it. I imagine it must have some lovely meaning. Oh, but I do apologize. I haven't even introduced myself. Well, the text bubble now just showed it. Laventon? My name is Laventon. I am something of a Pokemon professor. That is to say, I'm a scholar seeking to deepen our understanding of Pokemon. You know, his I'm assuming he has an Oshawott hat or like an Oshawott beanie or some sort, and it kind of reminds me of like that otter hat from Death Stranding that you can unlock. I don't know why. Yes, Pokemon. What? I don't know what it said right there. I'll blast and bother. My darling Pokemon, why must you run from me again? I'm terribly sorry, but do you think you could help me round them up? I beg you. Wait, you 3, wait! Alright, so like, I don't know which starter to go for, because... Oh yeah, game settings. Okay. Oh, cool. Default is fast text speed. Camera sensitivity max. Motion sensitivity. I prefer to have lower if I have to walk slower. Autosave. Disable. HUD toggling. Here's whether pressing the right stick will toggle display of information. There. ZR button. Choose whether you want to be prompted to confirm a throw each time you use ZR in battle. I'll leave that on for now. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, they did make these cameras quite sensitive. Hmm. All right. I don't think the... It's up on the D-pad, which is kind of weird. It's not even the plus symbol. All right. Motion sensitivity needs to be a little bit more sensitive. Yeah, 1 is still too sensitive. It's not sensitive enough. I guess it's for people that really struggle to just slow walk. Yeah, have fun playing Metal Gear Solid then. 2 is still... Interesting. Dash button like this. Okay. This is very nice how to control a Pokemon game. Ease to crouch. At least it's not pressing R, the left stick in to crouch like Zelda. There's a glowing, beeping object over there. I found something that resembles a phone. Probably your phone, but it's changed shape. I feel a strange power emanating from it. Message appeared on the screen. I bestow upon thee this Arc phone, and thy mission: seek out all Pokemon. I'm assuming it's gonna work like a Pokédex too. Oh my god, you can actually climb up rocks and shit. Yeah, dude. Come on. Alright, so definitely Breath of the Wild shenanigans right here. Like, I'm right here, and then somehow he started crouching because I pushed up against a rock. Freaking Breath of the Wild mechanics. I mean, I kind of just want Pokemon to be its own thing. Don't be Breath of the Wild. Like, what the frick? This is exactly like the slope engine in Zelda. When I say slope engine, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 5. What the frick? I can't climb this shit anymore? Whatever. Alas, yet another miss. Aha, I'm glad you've come to my rescue, my new friend from the sky. I tried catching my little runaways by tossing some Pokeballs their way. I'm not the best at this sort of thing, you see. I'd love to give you a go at it, but perhaps I should tell you a bit about these 3 first. Now that one is Rowlet. Rowlet can photosynthesize like a plant. Apparently, it battles using its sharp feathers. That one over there is Cyndaquil. The fire burning on Cyndaquil's back will flare up wherever it is surprised or irate. The Pokemon near the pond is Oshawott. Oshawott naps while floating on the water, and it can battle using the shell-like object on its body. Oh my, I nearly forgot to cover the most crucial thing, how to go about catching Pokemon. Here you are, my boy, Pokeballs. There are these Pokemon to catch them. 50 Pokeballs. Yeah, these are different kind of Pokeballs, because they don't look like your typical ones. But it's probably because of the timeline and everything, where it takes place. Mysterious ball. I think it's the same description as other games. But that won't do for an explanation, will it? I do apologize. Let me be more thorough. Now I've mentioned already that Pokemon are strange, marvelous creatures. What's so strange about them, you ask? Well, each and every Pokemon is able to shrink itself down to minuscule size. And that's where Pokeballs come in. Pokeballs are a recent invention, you see. Throw one of them at a Pokemon and, why, the Pokemon will shrink down and fit inside the ball, comfy as can be. And with that, you've caught a Pokemon. I know we've just met, but I'm afraid I've no one else to turn to. I'd be awfully grateful if you could catch my 3 runaways. Now the proper technique is to take aim at the Pokemon, and let the ball fly. It's quite simple, though far be it from me to say so, I suppose, given my own dire lack of skill in this area. Hold down ZR to ready a Pokeball. Take the right stick. Adjust your... Oh, okay. Yeah, it's like playing Breath of the Wild with freaking ZR. I wonder if they really hired like some of the team to help work on this, because there's some very weird similarities. And I'm not saying that any game that's open world or like whatever is like art style is kind of like similar, and the way you move and the crouch walking looks similar. Either Life of Edgar. The Keyboard. Yeah, I hear a lot of good things about it. I'll see how it is. Yeah, some people have different opinions about it, though. Alright, yeah, let's see. Release the ZR button. Yeah, seems pretty self-explanatory. Alright, I'm gonna save the game, just in case I screw something up. Or maybe I want to change my decision. Yeah, it's kind of interesting what they do with the starters here, because they're different generations. I've actually never used Oshawott ever. But it doesn't really matter, I can still get them in my other games anyways. And like Shining, Brilliant Diamond, you can catch Cyndaquil already, but I don't know. Maybe I want to break traditions and not actually have Cyndaquil and catch something else. Because I've used Cyndaquil plenty of times already. Well, at least in like Gold and Heart Gold. But I'm not playing Johto. So I might not even use a starter though, honestly. I might just do a no starter playthrough, because usually that's more fun. Yeah, Rowlet, when it fully evolves, it's like a grass and ghost. I forgot what it starts like Duo Desai or whatever. I forgot what the hell it's called. It's been a while since I played Generation 7. I know like Generation 5, the starters are like so-so. They're like not, they're not like super great compared to other starters, which is a kind of a funny generation. It's like one of the few generations where the water starter is not like awesome. Usually, water types is usually generally good, so it usually does well. I like Cyndaquil a lot, but the thing is, I've already used Cyndaquil so many times. Well, I mean, like it as a Pokemon. Using it in battle, though, there's not really much. It's not super great. Don't want to catch an Oshawott. Just to kind of vary it up more. I think when I played Black 1, I used Tepig. Didn't really like Emboar. And then when I played Black 2, I used Snivy instead. And then I played Moon. I used an Incineroar at the end. And then when I played Ultra Moon, I had Primarina. Rowlet. Rowlet actually has a pretty interesting type, though. Oshawott becomes like Samurott or whatever it's called. Ugh. Well, this is not your traditional Pokemon game, so I guess, yeah, I won't go for what I usually pick. Oops, I got too close to it. Rowlet's actually pretty cool, though. Has a pretty cool type. Nice. Actually, the funny thing is that I just noticed that I'm taking forever, but I noticed about the starters in this game. I actually like the generations that they're from. I like Generation 2. I like Generation 5, and I like Generation 7 games. So that's something they all have in common. Maybe we'll go with Rowlet instead. Because that at least has an interesting type setup. Grass and Ghost. Samuro, I think, is just this pure water type. So it's not too interesting. I don't know why I'm taking so long to pick the starter. I don't even fully know how this game plays, like, compared to the other ones. I didn't think about this before starting the stream. Oshawott or Cyndaquil. In the end, I'm going to end up ditching the starter anyway, so... I mean, alright, Generation 5 is likely to have a remake. Eventually. So, I might not even bother with Oshawott. Because, yeah, Generation 5 is set next for a remake. So, I might actually pick Rowlet. Although its typing might kind of prove to be difficult in the beginning. Who knows? Oh shit, there's a gyroscope aim? Oh, you can't change controls. I don't know what his throw range is like. Yeah, if it turns out that I would pick Cyndaquil if it turns out you catch the other starters like later on in the game or something. Oh, hey there, Addy. How are things going? Oh, cute, a Cyndaquil or a Rowlet or an Oshawott. Yeah, how are things going? Now I'm deciding which one to pick because, like, I like Cyndaquil the most, obviously, but, like, I've used Cyndaquil in original Gold version, Generation 2, and Heart Gold. So it's kind of like, do I want to really use him again? And I'm not even playing a traditional Pokemon game, so it doesn't, you know, doesn't really matter, I guess, right? Oshawa I've never used before, but I played Black and Black 2. So for those games, I used Tepig and Snivy. Snivy was in Black 2. Tepig was in Black 1, so I never used Oshawott. And I hear, like, Oshawott is alright for a water starter. It's, like, not... compared to the other water starters, it's not, like, super great. But I heard that's how all the Generation 5 starters were like. And then there's Generation 7 starter, Rowlet, which I didn't use because when I played Moon, I used Litten, and then I used Ultra Moon, I used Poplip. What the frick is his name? Poplio? Or is that the evolution of it? Basically, it becomes Primarina. I know that... I'm not getting mixed up Piplup, I know that. But, I forgot the frick its first evolution's called. But I remember it's Primarina is the third evolution. Well, third form. Oh, not too. I picked Cyndaquil when I played. Oh, the seal one? Oh, Oshawott? Yeah. Oh no, the seal one as in you're no sorry. The seal one as in you're talking about yeah. It starts with a P though. It's like Poplio. Or that could be the second evolution, like the second form. But I know Primarina is the third one, and it becomes a water and fairy. I'm casually fire type all the way with the exception of Generation 4 because I like Piplup. Oh yeah, a lot of people like Piplup. I feel like of all the generations, the one that is equally liked all the starters, I think Generation 4, a lot of people like all three starters. Like usually like every generation there's like a starter that everyone really leans towards. And it's like a landslide. Like Generation 2, I don't think a lot of people like Chikorita. And also Chikorita is supposed to be one of the worst starters in the entire series. Like relative to their game, that is. Gen 3 mainly like for Torchic. A lot of people like Mudkip though. And that's even aside from the memes. Wait, what is the what for? You're a A lot of people like Mudkip and Torchic. I don't think there are as many Trico fans. I don't mind Trico though. I think the Generation 3 starters are pretty good. And then yeah, Generation 4 I think is the most balanced one where everyone likes them equally. Generation 5, I actually don't know anyone that loves Generation 5 starters. No one ever talks about them. And apparently, like, competitively, they're not really that great either. Like, no one ever goes back to talk about Emboar, Servine. I think that's what the grass one eventually comes. It becomes a grass and dragon. And then Samurott, which is Oshawott's last form, no one ever talks about them. They're at least talked about starters. It's just they just exist and you're just there. Trico is okay. Sceptile is cool though. I like how it's Leaf Blade, and it was like the original. It's an OG Leaf Blade user. Gen 5 is kind of design wise. Yeah, I think a lot of people just don't like the designs and they don't like using them because they're not even that great. But I like Generation 5 games, though. Well, there's only 2 Generation 5 games, but I like Black and White. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like it, though, but I like it a lot. I actually like the story in Black 1. It's like they actually, they kind of changed it up. And I liked what they did with the end game also. I was like, wow, the bad guys are actually doing something. But Pokemon are questionable? I mean, the Pokemon are fine in my opinion. A lot of people don't like it because they're kind of like Gen 1 reboots, but there are still differences to them. Like Roggenrola is a pure rock type instead of a rock and ground Geodude. Yeah, but the thing is, I feel like Black 2 has really good gameplay throughout the game, but I didn't really like its story that much. I thought it was like, even though it's a sequel, I felt like it's kind of rehashed, and I was a little bit disappointed with that. But I do like its gameplay, as in like, you have access to so many Generation 1 to 5 Pokemon, like right from the start, and there's a lot of like, there's a lot of freedom with that. But on the contrary, I like what they did with Black and White 1, where they force you to use only Generation 5 Pokemon until you finish Elite 4. And I really love that experience because it's like you're truly playing Pokemon with a blind playthrough experience, where, especially since I didn't look up any of the Pokemon, so I was always surprised left and right, like what was coming up next, like what new Pokemon I was going to see. And there was no old Pokemon, which I really loved. Yeah, but yeah, Generation 6 starters. Oh yeah, Fennekin. Uh Fennekin's cool, becomes a fire and psychic. I actually really like that change up instead of the typical fire and fighting. That's one thing I don't like about generations 3 to 5. They just do fire and fighting constantly. It's like, ugh. I got so sick of that. Yeah, Generation 6. Oh my god. Oh yeah, Greninja's like really busted. I know that. I didn't use Greninja though, obviously. I didn't really like Generation 6 games though. Well, not Generation 6 games, X and Y. I know we're opposites on that. I wasn't really a big fan of X and Y. But I mean, the additions of Mega Evolutions was cool, although I don't ever use them. They're kind of broken. Because I only play through the story, so they're just busted. And then, oh my god. I'm really blanking out on the starters from Generation 6. Holy crap. Who was a grass starter in Generation 6? I don't remember. But yeah, I gotta choose between Oshawott, Cyndaquil, or Rowlet. Actually, you know what? This can be answered. It's not a big deal. But I'm pretty sure you cannot get the other starters later on in the game. But is it possible to get another one of the starters later on in the game or post game or anything? Like, if you pick one of the starters, can you later on get one of them? Because since this game is like not a generation specific game, like I don't know if like they give you like some freedom with that. I think in one of the remake games, I forgot which one, they allowed you to like take another starter, or at least another starter from another generation. Like, I remember, or like one of the games, it was like, you know, you just get like a free Charmander, Squirtle, or Bulbasaur, and they give you one depending on which starter you picked. So, you know, like, they have like weird things like that from time to time. Fennekin, oh, Chespin, yes, and yeah, it comes a grass and fighting. Now I remember Chespin. Yeah, but I don't know. Do you know if you get the other starters in this game or not? Because if you got the other starters, then I'll just pick Cyndaquil. So I like it. And I probably won't even really use it much, because I'm probably going to do a no starter playthrough anyways. Or, okay, maybe I'll just look it up. No, you don't, if I recall. Okay, so it's not like you get a chance to get the other ones. So I really have to pick. The thing is, though, like, if I want to complete my Pokédex, Cyndaquil is probably not the best to pick, because you can't I don't think you can catch Rowlet at all in the Switch games, because that's generation 7. And then Oshawott, I don't even know if you can catch it on generation 8. I mean, generation 9, of course, is probably gonna be very different, but you don't have to tell me about that yet. But like, for its time, I wonder if people picked Oshawott and Rowlet because you can't get them in Generation 8 games. Unless you transfer them from your Pokebank and then it goes to the Switch. I don't even know. Because I know like Sword and Shield had a limited Pokédex because not all of the Pokemon made it into it or something. I don't even know if that's even true. Oh, wait, so you can get them freely? Or maybe you can catch them in the wild. Because it's kind of funny, it's like, and Brilliant Diamond. And Brilliant Diamond, you can catch other starters in the underground area. I'm not sure if you knew that. But you could do that before you beat the game, too. So you can have all 3 starters if you want. Which is really funny. They're just... You know, they're just kind of like, yeah, they're just an underground, but they're really rare. Sorry. I just lost my train of thought. Oh no, I'm not saying you're spoiling, but or maybe you just said I'm not spoiling because I'm not going to spoil. It's all good though. Don't worry. I'm not mad that you. I'm not mad that you told me that if you can catch him or not, because I was asking that before actually. This is where if I tell you what the whole thing. Oh, okay. All right, that's fine. That's fine. It's good that I didn't look it up. But you can catch them. All right. Then I'm gonna go with Cyndaquil then. You need to go through the game and you'll figure it out. Okay. No problem. Good thing I didn't Google it. Yeah, I forgot. This game is probably more story oriented because it's a complete mystery. All right, so I guess I'll get Cyndaquil. Oh, can I turn off this gyroscope? Oh my god, no, please. I don't want to aim with the controller. What the frig? And the settings, I don't think you could turn it off. Alright, it's gonna be one catch. One catch, man. Oh, wonderful. You've caught a Pokemon. And I almost caught the wrong Pokemon. Well, not caught the wrong one, but I caught the one that I wouldn't have wanted. Seems you've quite the knack for this Pokemon catching business, Chrono. Jolly useful skill to have around here. Only 2 of my darling runaways left now. Still, this is most unusual. You don't seem fearful of Pokemon in the slightest. Oh, it's still tutorial to catch them. But yeah, you probably have to pick the starter. Okay. Dude, people are like, what? You're still in the tutorial after like 30 minutes? Dude, there's gotta be a way to turn off the gyroscope. Holy crap. I cannot play like this. It's weird because like my controller is like just sitting on my lap and it was still like shaking like crazy. Well, it's not on my lap, it's on my leg. There's gotta be a way to turn this shit off. Oh my god. Oh wait, I don't need that. At least it's not mystery dungeon. But for gyroscope settings? Or catching them? Alright, I just gotta keep my hand. Wow, I actually missed right there, but I detected it. Headshot. I shot Oshawott in the head. I can hardly believe it, Chrono. You're incredible. Incredible. You know, many people fear to even approach Pokemon, never mind catch them. Bravo indeed. Just one more to go. Let's wrap this up sharpish, shall we? Headshotted Oshawott. Yeah, they have Breath of the Wild, like, mechanics. This crawling thing. I mean, no, I know a lot of games have crawling. But, like... I think even Sword and Shield had it, but, like... A lot of people said, oh, there's a lot of similarities to Zelda. Let's get a headshot and Rowlet. You kind of can't miss the headshot and Rowlet because this whole thing is ahead. Oh, shit! Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. I'm pretty sure it's fixed. That's the third one. Yes, I'm afraid that can happen. Pokeballs are hardly 100% foolproof. Give it another go, old boy. I'm right next to it. It's gonna run away. Oh, he can't sense it because I haven't taken a step. Am I invisible to him? Headshot. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's fixed. I have to catch it 2 times. Thank you very much indeed. Oh, what a relief to have them all back. You see, the 3 Pokemon you caught have only just arrived at the village to help with our research. They won't yet listen to anyone. And as I mentioned, they bolted from the village, almost as if they knew you'd come falling. I must say, Chrono, I was taken aback by how well you use Pokeballs. How is it that you catch Pokemon so ably when you've only just arrived here? Because I played other video games. One can't help but think there's a reason you appeared here and now. Seek out all Pokemon. That object is an arc phone, you say. What an odd device. Could it be guiding you somehow? If you'll indulge me for a moment, there's something I'd like to share with you. You see, I have a dream to compile this region's first complete record of its Pokemon. We in the field call such a catalog a Pokédex. Yes, a proper Pokédex is a wonderful work of research containing detailed records of all the Pokemon to be found in a region. But in order to properly document Pokemon, one must of course catch them. And therein lies the rub, I'm afraid. Pokeballs have only just been invented, and not many have mastered the skill of using them. Enter you, a person with a clear talent for catching Pokemon. Your goal is to seek out every Pokemon, and mine is to have all those Pokemon caught. Oh god. Situation ripe for teamwork. Don't you agree? Come now, what do you say? Shall we help one another out, my boy? I don't trust this guy. I'm just joking. You've convinced me. Then whoever and from wherever you may be, I welcome you with open arms. We have a Pokédex to complete. First things first, let's get these Pokemon back to the village. Then we'll sort out your lodgings and find you some proper clothes and a meal and all that. Follow me then. Onward to Jubilife Village. Oh, Jubilife Village? Instead of Jubilife City? A mysterious man is looking from above. It's Death Mountain. I'll read the chat in a second. Thank you for your tireless work keeping us safe, my good guardsman. Alright, I'll read the chat now, because... I mean, you're human and you're a Pokemon in Mystery Dungeon. Oh, okay, that's what you're talking about. Oh, you gotta go? Alright, no problem, Addy. Have a nice rest. I know I started the stream late. Have fun to have a good stream. Yeah, thank you. Have a good rest. I'll be playing this, like, probably within in this week. Maybe more tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure you left already, so sorry about that. This young man was of great assistance to me and my Pokemon, so I hope you'll forgive my bringing him into the village for a bit. Well, if that's a giant mountain, that's probably Spear Pillar. Or Mount, Coronet. This way, if you please. Jubilife Village. Jubilife Village, it's come a long way thanks to the fine people of the something. This road we're on now is known to the locals as Canala Avenue. Oh, the village was built scarcely 2 years ago. That's much to do yet. Oh, frick. And since we don't know, I'll just read this in my head. It's just like modern games now. You gotta actually control your stupid character so a cutscene plays out. Well, cutscene plays out. It should just be a cutscene. What the hell? Oh, brotheration. I'd almost forgotten. I need to go and report that we successfully recovered the escaped Pokemon. Might I ask you to wait for me at the canteen? It's just past this bridge here, then to the left. The Wallflower, it's called. Your arc phone is beeping. Somehow it seems to show where you need to go next. Oh, wow. Okay. Can I tell the Arcphone to piss off and not tell me where to go? And backseat? And stop backseating? Oh, you can actually pin and stamp, like, destinations and stuff. Oh my god, there's gotta be a way to turn off the stupid gyroscope. I guess they did that because, like, so for Pokemon Go users, or people are trying to get from that into this game. But then, like, they should still give us the option F and turn this shit off. And why is there no mini-map? I know there's an Arcphone, but, like, why can't they just have a freaking mini-map instead? We can't go anywhere yet. They really don't allow you to go anywhere else. Well now, aren't you awfully suspicious? Wallflowers for Galaxy Team folk only. Galaxy Team? We don't have seats for outsiders. Move along. Who are you? I've never seen anyone dressed like you are. What if you were attacked by Pokemon? It'd be minced meat in those flimsy clothes. If the guard let you through, you must have ties with somebody in the village. Perhaps you've met Professor Laventon? He's a scholar from a faraway place. His Pokemon do get away from him at times, though. It makes me a bit worried for him. I suppose I'm hardly one to talk. I had some trouble with Pokemon myself. I was hit by a Pokemon move called Thunder Shock not long ago and had to take it to my bed. But the professor, well, I do wonder how long he'll last. Fortunately, it's just as Akari says. I'm a clumsy sort of fellow, to put it mildly. Professor, everything will be quite all right now. Chrono, here has agreed to help us with our Pokédex. Excuse me? You plan to appoint him to the survey corps? You can't just slap a badge on whoever you like without Captain Silene's permission. I'll allow it. Captain Silene. Assuming the individual can contribute to the survey corps, that is. I'm the captain of the Galaxy Team Survey Corps. You may call me Silene. Professor Laventon has told me how you helped secure his Pokemon when they slipped his control, and now it seems he would He would like us to feed and house you in exchange for your ongoing labor. You look to be 15 or so. Quite old enough to work for your keep. But we can't simply take on a stranger who wanders in among us without any idea of their skills or origins. Tomorrow we shall see if you can prove yourself worthy. Oh, a most reasonable decision, Captain. Now, would you care to join us for a meal? I'm sure you've got plenty of questions for our visitor. That's quite alright. I prefer to eat alone, so I might appreciate my meals without distraction. Aloof as always, I see. Well, no matter, the rest of us can share a meal and some pleasant conversation then, eh? Benny, old chum, the usual potato mochi, if you please. But make it for 3 today. Wonderful stuff, Benny. Much obliged. Your potato mochi never failed to please. Professor Laventon, where exactly did you meet our visitor here? Well, you know, of that great hole in the sky. The one people call the space-time rift. Our new friend fell right out of it. You can't be serious. Come now, I'm a scientist. My job is to observe and explain any and all phenomena. I concern myself only with facts. Now, you already know there are many Pokemon here in the Hisui region. That there are, in the grass and forests, by water, or wherever they like. Our job as the Survey Corps is to research them, find out what kind of creatures they are. Well, we know this much. Pokemon are terrifying creatures. It's all but impossible to know what kinds of powers they might possess, or what sorts of wondrous things they can do. But that's where Chrono will come in. He successfully caught 3 Pokemon, 3 of them in quick order. You understand? Nobody in the Galaxy team is capable of a feat such as that. This means we can finally begin our Pokemon research in earnest. 3? We have a hard enough time catching even 1 when wild Pokemon come after us. Oh, well, to be perfectly fair, the Pokemon that fled to the beach weren't on the attack. But the key to catching Pokemon is getting close enough to aim your Pokeball well. And it seems our new friend is fearless enough to do just that. Does Survey Corps really have the leeway to be enjoying a leisurely meal with his outsider? Your captain just ordered 10 whole portions of potato mochi, you know. The slow progress on that Pokédex of yours clearly has her on edge. I'm sure we'll start to rein in the good captain's stress eating soon enough. Now have your fill, Chrono. And think. If you make it into the Galaxy team, you'll never have to worry about a meal again. The team provides for all its members' needs, even if said members fell out of the sky. My god, there's so much dialogue in this game. We're like barely even getting to the meat of the gameplay. That was quite delicious indeed. Yes, the food was lovely. More importantly, you do remember that Chrono has a trial to pass. Join the Survey Corps, don't you? Not to worry, I have complete confidence in Chrono's skills. Let's hope it is not misplaced. Chrono, was it? For tonight at least, we'll provide you with a place to sleep. You may use our quarters there. But if you fail to pass the trial, we put to you tomorrow. You must move on. You will be expelled from the village to meet your fate, perhaps your death in the wilds. Dude, that's pretty effing dark for a Pokemon game. Captain Silene's somewhat like Hisui, and that they're both quite harsh. Now, she simply puts on a stern front to help keep us all safe. At any rate, I think it's time we turn in for the night, eh? It's a good thing one can't fall out of the futons we sleep in here. I imagine our new friend has had enough for one day. And with that, I bid you both a good night. Yes, good night. Should have saved earlier. A rift in the sky, people falling from it. The world is full of mysteries. This probably comes from the other games. That's why this guy looks like the main protagonist of freaking Diamond and Pearl. It's a Resident Evil chest. They should just have like the regular R trigger can automatically quickly save your game in the menu, just like how modern games are. Like do that, press R, regular R. Why does that not ask you to start? Well, I guess it takes you there, but like there should just be an R button, so it's really quick no matter what menu you're on. Kind of a weird design choice. Even like Brilliant Diamond has that feature. There's actually like cutscenes and shit. The next day. Good morning, Chrono. Are you up? Quite some lightning last night, wasn't it? Today's the day of your trial, so let's give it our all. What lovely weather we've got. Hope you had a nice sleep, even if this land is strange and new to you. Let's get to headquarters. Captain Silene is waiting. Survey Corps offices are here on the first floor. Don't give up. Keep those eyes open. Wild Pokemon, they were everywhere, attacking from all sides. I sent out my partner Pokemon, but against a whole pack, outnumbered. This is what happens when you go so far afield, but the medical corps will put you to rights. A man's with the security corps, and even with his own partner, took a beating from wild Pokemon. Without a partner Pokemon on your own, you might find this trial particularly trying. Captain Silene, Chrono is here. You may enter. Let us get straight to it. If you wish to join the Galaxy Expedition team, prove yourself capable by going out into the Obsidian Fieldlands and catching 3 different species of Pokemon: Bidoof, Starly, and Shinx. Catching 3 Pokemon from the start? No one in the Galaxy team has ever managed that. Did this stranger not catch 3 different Pokemon only yesterday? My trial should be simple enough for him. If the professor wasn't exaggerating things, that is. The Galaxy team does not have the means to provide for those who only take without giving. If you wish to stay, you must prove beyond any doubt that you'll be an asset to our cause. I will lend you one of our